Alright, what's up, yins, guys? Time for another video. And another story on the TV news that I've been meaning to talk about, and plus I also leave an internet article from the news website so you know what the hell I'm talking about. So, this thing about a teacher getting reinstated because he cited religious reasons why he won't address some person by their pronouns. And I want to tell you my position on this. I think neither side should violate each other's rights. And yeah, so anyway, like it was like this. My mother getting on my stepdad shit and all that. When you gonna do this or that? Look at the car, and they'd get into a fight. He'd go, "Yes, ma'am." Oh boy, would she get pissed. And this wasn't about no gender pronouns. You know, I'm trying to say that even in houses that don't have that shit, anybody looking at this video should be laughing, no matter who you are. If you had, oh, and I'd also say too, did you ever have any friends that are black you went to school with, right? And you ever see their parents fight? And any co-workers that were black, right, that you were a friend of yours, and maybe stories about their wife or ex-wife, and they would say the "yes, master" thing to the wife, and the wife would get, you know, I mean, saying in even marriages and households, I had stories like, say, people that were black that I went to school with and worked with, their ex-wives, or you would, or when you were being a kid, right, you went to school with, and maybe their parents would be fighting, and one would say the yes, oh, and you get what I'm saying, all right? So I'm just trying to say that people without those pronoun thing going on have a way of pissing each other off by saying that "yes, ma'am" or "yes, yes, master" thing, or doing things as a sarcasm, you know, without even any genders. And then that shit, with all that shit put aside, you know, that's in other households too, and people get pissed. Yeah, so I'm just saying people will do shit to antagonize each other in those households that, and use those pronouns, and you get what I mean. I actually think in some ways, not all the ways, and I'm not here to bash anybody because they want to, their own choices, who they want to identify as. But anyway, first of all, I don't think I'm going to deliberately antagonize or belittle somebody that identifies as another gender. But I also think in some cases, not all cases, but in some cases, the demand and the command for somebody to use proper pronouns is almost like, just like that, a demand. And even though I'm not saying it's not always intended that way by somebody that identifies as another gender, and I'm not saying all like that, but sometimes that demand or command to address me by my proper pronouns is almost, people take it as you want to be referred to as a king or queen, so to speak, you know. Say you identify as a woman, like your Royal Highness, or you're somebody that was biologically male and then identifies as a female, whatever reason. And there's a way, okay, that say you do use the proper pronouns, like a sir or a ma'am. I made this argument with the thing about Richard, aka Rachel Levine, and also we're talking in parentheses too. I don't hate on anybody and don't want to see anybody destitute. Not at all. Not like that at all. But the sir or ma'am thing, I make my argument too that you do address somebody as a pronouns, like the Rachel Levine thing, that you can do it blatantly as a sarcasm too. And bear with me here. Okay, for example, anybody listen to before you get all pissed off and get offended. I laugh at this to this day. Okay, I want to say about my mother and my stepdad, which are basically mother and stepfather biologically identify as their genders, right? Well, anyway, I got some of you guys identify as another gender. You guys, or whoever you are, identifies as another gender, should be kind of having a little chuckle at what I'm about to tell you here too. Maybe a couple of you guys, whoever the hell. Okay, I'm trying not to laugh. Okay, my mother and stepdad. This is with this proper pronoun things put aside for a second and talk in parentheses. Okay. A couple of my favorite and funniest memories when my mother and stepdad used to fight. Okay, and she was always on his shit to do something. Everything, fix the car. When you gonna look at the car? You know, basic maintenance on the car. When are you gonna do this or that? And okay, who goes? And this is about my mother being triggered. He used to say she used to get real pissed off. He used to say, "Yes, ma'am," and there was no identify as genders here. And if you got anybody that's looking, say, for trouble, oh fuck you, you won't address me as my pronouns. I figure a couple of you should be laughing about this. Maybe you have mother and father. I mean, I'm just trying to say how stupid this is. Matter of fact, there was a time, I don't know about any of your kids, whoever you identify or don't identify as, a lot of years I never used any pronouns as far as in my house as addressing my mother as mom or stepdad or father as dad. I would say it talking to my brother, our mother said this or father said that. But I never, for example, in a lot of years, I think I outgrew it. Then when I become from teenager, I ain't going to give you my low life story about dysfunctional household. For many, many, many years, somewhere along the line, I stopped addressing them with their pronouns. For example, I never just said, yelling from another room, never said, "Hey, mom," or I never said, "Oh, dad," or "Pop." Somehow I stopped doing it. I would either come to them and look at them and say, "Hey, yo," or something. Yeah, when do you want me to take the car, go to the store? You know what I mean? And I never yelled across. Say, for example, if my mother was just in the house and not my stepfather, or my stepfather was in the house, not my mother, I'd yell across the room. I never said, "Hey, Pop," or "Hey, Mom." I'd yell across there, "Yo," whether asking a question or, yeah, I'm saying there. That's just me. But I never referred to I never used their name, so to speak, either, you know what I mean? Well, anyway, if I was a teacher, I wouldn't deliberately antagonize somebody. I don't know at all. I don't know if I could do their job. When I was in school, kids were freaking crazy. But here's what I would do as a teacher. I wouldn't want to antagonize you. I would refer to you as your name. Okay, I wouldn't have no problem saying if you were biologically male and you identify as female, and say, for example, you were given by your parents Michael, but if you wanted to be Michelle, I would call you fine. I would call you by the name Michelle. At least me and you know I am talking to you. Somebody I know who I'm talking to, or you know if I'm looking at you, right, that I'm talking to you, right? But, for example, I'm not going to freaking antagonize you if you're the sir or ma'am thing, right? Or if you're or miss. I'd say if you were born as a, say, female, but you were identified as a female. Oh, wait, okay. Oh, hold on, okay. For example, yeah, if you're like a female, right, biologically, and you were born, and you want to identify as a dude, I'm not going to blatantly antagonize you by calling you miss. Oh, anyway, you get what I'm saying, right? I'm not going to use ma'am or miss or sir opposite to you, like with intention to antagonize you. it would be easier for me, like I said, if you were given by your parents named Michael and you wanted to be Michelle, fine, you're Michelle. But I'm not. What I'm saying, I don't believe I'm obligated to use no pronouns, or I have a right to, not to be a total asshole, but I'm not obligated to any demand to refer to you any proper pronouns, but I'm not going to antagonize you either. It would be easier to call you by your name, not blatantly be an asshole, but I have the ability to cordially treat you, address you right, not be an asshole, but I have the right to avoid using the pronouns. I believe in you living life, so I can't be accused. And I worked next to in the past of somebody, she referred to herself as a lesbian, and I worked next to two guys that were a couple that were gay in a glass factory, which later I got fired for doing push-ups and splits and different things like that, which I made the argument because I rode bicycle to work. And my right to keep myself tuned up to be able to do the job better, and I got fired for that because somebody guessed. I'm not going to, because somebody's jealous of me or there's somebody knows the boss. I'm not going to go into that too much. But anyway, my point is, there were two guys, even though, okay, I don't want anybody who, gay, straight, either side, far left or right, telling me what the fuck to do, right? I'm capable of in a job, say we move boxes, say you're gay, you and someone's gay, or you're lesbian, get a damn job done, and you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. I'm not going to antagonize you. I would rather make each other's job easier and a job at hand. And why I say this about the glass factory is, say, these two particular, even though I don't want that far fanatical political part of the gay movement telling me what to do, I'm very capable. A couple people were nice to me, and these two guys that happen to be gay, and they were a couple, they were talking about how we're on our way out of this damn place. This place is ridiculous, and we're agreeing. We're joking around. I've completely forgot that they were gay. I'm not going to go and beat them up because they were gay. They were kind of, a real trip. They were kind of funny, joking around a little bit. And if somebody wanted to say, oh, beat somebody, these person are gay, let's beat them up, I'd be like, oh, no, don't do that. I advocate, not to jump subjects, I advocate not doing anything. I think it should be good enough to not be deliberately an asshole to somebody, or I don't advocate doing anything that's against the law, like beating somebody up or harming anybody or property or any kind of things or because of who they are. I think that should be good enough. But like I said, in a way, they totally pushing of that, of addressing somebody as proper pronouns, to me, in some cases, not all cases, some of us take it as, excuse me, I just ate a bunch of leftovers and then a bunch of coffee. But anyway, okay, where was I? Some of us take it, if it's pushed on you too much, as a command to address you as some kind of, special, bow down, not to, but you don't want to blatantly belittle somebody either. Like I said, I live my life so I can't be accused. And definitely I'm not going to trash anybody or that, but that's the way that is as far as I'm concerned. I think that you can be cordial to a person because I can respect their choices, or I have this joke I say, if somebody wants to wear an Air Jordan on one foot and a high-heeled, what do you call it, I'm almost laughing because I think the whole thing is childish and stupid, okay? I'm not laughing at people. I laugh at the drama. But, let me say this again, okay? Somebody wants to wear an Air Jordan on one foot and wear a high-heeled shoe or something on the other foot, and they whatever the hell, that's their choice. I mean, there are people out there on many sides of the tracks who do and act or dress the way they want to do, and literally invite the drama. They want the drama. They want the attention. They want to be persecuted. A little bit of everybody, far left, far right, that are condescending will tell me what to do. Like, I have some beliefs on this side and some beliefs on this side, and I says I believe in not doing anything to anybody because of who they are that's against the law. That should be good enough. And I don't believe in, like I said, antagonizing. But I also do believe in, if you force your values. I don't give a fuck who you are, which side of the tracks you are. Force your stuff on me, or you think that I owe you something. I'm not even picking on any particular group. I say far left or far right, and that's just my beliefs of, say, like the Capitol riot. You don't take anything in your own hands. That's a federal crime. You can get punished for it, but I don't believe in the other side of the tracks, dude, that goes around and blocking traffic and taking a protest into anywhere they feel like it either. Some things should be doing the right way and protest. You could protest in certain places for the proper authorities. If the police do something, you don't just do it in any street you feel like it and block traffic when people got to go to their jobs. And then you don't advocate vandalism in large numbers or doing fine. I think both those things on both sides of the tracks, whether that or the Capitol riot, is wrong. Taking things in your own hands, vandalizing property, whether it's the Capitol riot or those riots over police handling of a person or causing a death. There's a right and wrong way to do things, and you don't want to pander or cringe or bow down to anybody, but you don't want to alienate, belittle anybody, or bully anybody either. You know what I'm saying? There's some people, a little bit of everybody, gotta realize that the world doesn't revolve around them. Okay. And basically, to end this video, I am obligated to not do things against the law, and I'm not going to belittle you or anybody. But I am not obligated to join some crowd and show off and coddle anybody's damn ass either. Not belittle them, that's what the words I'm looking for. I don't do nothing against the law, but and I'm not going to have anybody tell me whether it's like racial or gender issues or far right issues. Yeah, I'll call out the far right and then the far left. And I think some of the left, I agree with, some of the right I agree with. And one more thing, if you got this far in the video, whatever gender you identify, whoever the hell you identify as, yeah, you don't deserve to be destitute, and you don't deserve to starve to death. I mean, as far as say, helping with somebody that has issues where running out of food, or loss of employment. I mean, I don't want to see that, either. But I'm not obligated to coddle somebody's ass, and I will not have anybody telling me that if I'm living or I speak for whoever wants to be spoken for that way too. When I say for example, if I'm living my life and doing my own thing, and I don't coddle a particular group because everybody says I should, and I'm just living my life doing my own thing, not doing anything that's against the law, and you think I'm some kind of bigot, well, I think, then I will say that you obviously think the world revolves around you, and basically pretty much go to hell in a handbasket, not that I'm going to alienate you, or either way. But yeah, live your life so you can't be accused, and if in any case that I have to walk on eggshells, and no matter how I am is wrong, then I just don't want to be around you. I'm glad I'm not in school in this day and age, because when I was in school, nothing was much any different. But yeah, ending this by saying the overly demanding of things like that sometimes is taken to as the other person is addressing them like they're king, queen, prince, or whatever. You know what I mean? Some people take it as that, but like I said, don't. There's a way of. Yeah, you could be cordial to somebody and not alienate them, and if they don't like it, and if it's not good enough, then that's that. And then if they don't like it, well, my attitude is I have my life and you have yours. And if that's not good enough, well,